So this evening I'm going to talk about the MSc. Thank you, JA. I'm going to talk about the MSc in Global Capital Markets part-time program at UU. I'll also be giving some information about UU and its postgraduate offering as well. So in terms of this, when we're looking at postgrad study, that's often to enhance our career prospects. And so you see that this is what we've got on our initial slide. It's about building careers. And just to say, I am the course director for the MSc Global Capital Markets. It's a part-time program. That's where the PT comes from, which I'll talk about what that means in terms of your study pattern in a few minutes. The benefits of studying at UU and also studying on the MSc Global Capital Markets is that we have a reputation for excellent conversion courses if you do want to change careers, and the MSc is a perfect example of this. So we get a range of backgrounds on the course, from those with degrees in English literature, or degrees in music and history, right to those with degrees in computing and so on. Masters gives you a competitive edge in employment, of course. Also that study experience as well, and you're taught by experts in the field, particularly in UU and particularly in the Department of Accounting, Finance and Economics, where this program sits. Often the lectures come from professional practice, so we have experience. We're also known, we can bear this out in our statistics on courses, that we provide a supported study environment. We view ourselves as here to help the students, to support them through their studies. Academic and professional qualifications, well, that's true of both the lecturing staff that teaches you, but also in terms of when we design programs, we do think about how these could further lead you into possible professional qualifications. So a program may not have an exemption attached to it, but it may support you in taking a professional qualification exam. We do have great links with those professional bodies, such as, for instance, the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investment, the CFA, the Chartered Financial Analysts UK. We've also got great links with the employers within the sector, such as First Derivatives, FinTree, and so on, PwC Operate, amongst others. So these are the quantifiable benefits, and I'm sure you've thought about these as you're thinking about a postgrad study. It can add a significant amount of money onto your salary. You're more likely to be in the more skilled areas of employment than more advanced levels of employment in your careers. Also shown that it has that the earnings and employment rate in Northern Ireland do increase with the level of education, and you see that this is borne out in various different studies, research that's been done by the Department of Education and the Department of the Economy. So our offer for postgrad study, well, we've got a number of ways of studying, from full-time to the part-time, distance learning, short courses, PG Cert, PG Dip, MA and MSc. This course is a part-time blended learning course. So what that means, and I've already mentioned about industry recognition. So what that means in terms of the MSc Global Capital Markets, the part-time course it's 8 taught 15 credit point modules that have to be completed. That would take you to the level of a postgraduate diploma with global capital markets. With those 8, within those 8 taught modules, 2 of them are compulsory modules that must be completed, and they are case studies in corporate governance and financial theory, products and markets. So those 2 modules must be completed, plus then 6 modules from a choice of a menu of modules. To give you your 8 top modules, it brings you to postgraduate diploma level. If you do decide that actually you don't want to take it all the way through to postgraduate diploma, then you can exit at the point of postgraduate certificate, where you would need to complete 4 modules, including the two compulsory modules. Once you've completed your 8 top modules, then you would do either a dissertation or a work-based project. Now, the work-based project is one that would generally be taken by those that are already in employment in the area. The dissertation thing, that tends to have much more of an applied data-driven approach. Now, in terms of the possible modules that you can complete within the 8 top modules, you could be completing things like, so your 6 options as part of the 8 taught. You could be completing things like financial reporting and analysis, financial regulation and compliance, financial crime and know your customer, business analysis and practice, project management, and of course the list goes on. Now, there is a classification of a result attached to a master's. Each top module is worth a 1/12 of that, and your dissertation stroke work-based project's worth a 1/3 of that. So if you've got overall 70% or greater, it's a distinction. Commendation is 60 to 69, pass is 50 to 59. You must have achieved over 70 within your dissertation stroke work-based project module, as well as your top modules, and similarly for the commendation. Now, in terms of timetable and assessment, I've said this before, it's a part-time program, but it's also a blended program. So what happens is that people, in terms of a part-time program, would generally be studying 2 modules per semester, and that would, each semester runs from September through to December in case of semester 1, and semester 2 would be from January through to the May time. So 2 modules each semester, 4 modules in an academic year. So the 8 top modules would take you over a 2-year period, and then you would look at completing your dissertation stroke work-based project over a 2-semester period to bring you to your master's. So it approximately take you 2.5 to 3 years for the program. The modules themselves, in terms of a timetable, as I said, they're blended approach. All classes take place on a Tuesday evening, and you have 4 face-to-face classes during a semester for each module, and this is over a 12-week period. And in between those periodic face-to-face classes, you have online asynchronous work to complete. All classes are on the Belfast campus, those face-to-face classes. The way it's structured in terms of the timetable, in terms of 2 modules that you are asked to do. So module A could have a face-to-face in week 1 and week 4, and in between online work in weeks 2 and 3. Module B would have online work in weeks 1 and 4 and face-to-face in weeks 2 and 3. So you're only ever on those 12 weeks on the Belfast campus on Tuesday evenings. You're not timetable over 2 evenings a week. All modules are 100% coursework assessed. There's 2 pieces of assessment per module, so they can take the form of a class test, they can take the form of a project to complete, that kind of thing. There is therefore no end of semester examinations. The pass mark for the modules overall basis is 50%. Now, I hope this works.
This course has helped me in many ways in my career. One of the key ones is that as part of my role as a service delivery manager in First Derivatives, one of the teams I work alongside is our regulatory reporting team for a Tier 1 investment bank, and getting a better understanding of the theory and how the regulator manages such banks has really helped me progress. First of all is I've increased my understanding in several different areas of the financial market world. Second one is really working as a team for some of the modules and doing group reports has been really helpful. And the third one is it really helps that we already have a lot of the technical skills in First Derivatives, so this course really provides some of the understanding behind the finance, so it really adds to that mix. Manage your time efficiently. It's difficult trying to work full time and the demands that come with that, as well as trying to do a part-time master's. So it is really rewarding. You get to meet new friends that also work in First Derivatives, but it can be tough. So manage your time is the #1 piece of advice.
Okay, so hopefully you could hear that okay. I always think it's useful to hear from the student perspective. In terms of applying, you would apply online at ulster.ac.uk. Best approach is just to find the prospectus entry, and then there's apply now button on the front of that. There is no official closing date for most courses, but you have to think about the start date and making sure that you're there on the first day of the course. So this begins in 21st of September. Now, saying that, we do offer in this course September entry points into the program and January entry points as well. So if you don't make it into the September intake, you perhaps make it into the January 2022 intake. The course, obviously, course places are limited, so do apply as early as you can. You can apply for multiple courses, so you may find something else of interest as well, so you can apply for multiple and then make your decision. But do make sure that you fully complete the application and the right application as well, because some courses are listed in the application system under multiple different titles dependent on the funding that's offered. Fees, finance. I'm not going to say too much about this, but it is a good idea that when you're looking into the studies to figure out what the fees are going to be, obviously. So do bear in mind there are flexible payment options available. There is a 10% alumni discount, so if you've studied a course at UU before, there's the 10% discount. Another discount if you have an upfront payment, and then Again, there's loans available, other financing opportunities, but you should make sure to check the website to see if you are eligible for these things. Now, the Belfast campus, this course, as I said before, takes place in the Belfast campus for any face-to-face sessions. It remains on schedule to open and welcome students from September 21. We are expecting to be delivering this course from September on the Belfast campus. Any courses that are transferring from the Jordanstown campus to the new campus are highlighted on the Ulster website, but the MSc in Global Capital Markets will be in Belfast. Now, the university is working closely with contractors to mitigate any impacts on the opening date, but as I said, we will be in Belfast. COVID-19, we are, as anywhere, operating safely, and we will always follow public health advice. And in terms of this academic staff, we do work very hard to make sure the students aren't being academically negatively impacted, and that we're providing the support needed for students. And we, as I said, we do expect to be transitioning back onto campus from September and into the next academic year as well. But the website to check out on this is ulster.ac.uk/coronavirus. In terms of contact details, if you're wanting contact details, is a postgrad program such as MSc Global Capital Markets within the Department of Accounting, Finance and Economics, and the email address is accounting@ulster.ac.uk, and that is also the admissions telephone inquiry number as well. These numbers, these contact details are available on the prospectus entry. So if you just want to Google MSc Global Capital Markets on the prospectus entry, you should be able to find out these contact details. So yes, sign up for other webinars as well. There are there any questions about the program or anything